Good morning, church family. It's great to be back in Orville. The Marshes have been traveling quite a bit lately. We had two Came to Believe retreats. In the middle, I had COVID just for the heck of it, and then we had a week's vacation to go see our daughter Melissa in Mesa, Arizona. So it was great to be back with our church family this Sunday after 3 weeks, missing 3 weeks. I don't recall even ever doing that before in the 30 years I've been at OroNaz. But I am excited to talk to you today about some things that are real in our lives, and especially for people coming out of addictions. I was fascinated early in my recovery with how many things in the Bible fit with what I had learned about addiction. I came to this realization that God really understood me. The God of the Bible really understood what I was going through. And fortunately, the one I want to talk about today is something I haven't had to experience. It's about relapse. But I have seen people relapse over the years many times in my 34 plus years of sobriety. And it really happens just like this just about every time. So I want to look at Matthew 12:43 through 45. And this is Jesus speaking. And he says this: when an impure spirit comes out of a person, it goes through arid places seeking rest and does not find it. Then it says, I will return to the house I left. When it arrives, it finds the house unoccupied, swept clean, and put in order. Then it goes and takes with it 7 other spirits more wicked than itself, and they go in and live there. And the final condition of that person is worse than the first. That is how it will be with this wicked generation. This perfectly describes to me what it's like when it goes back out. So often we find ourselves, addicts and alcoholics, we find ourselves all the way back into the behavior, all the way back where we were, and taking up from there almost immediately. Occasionally, some of us are able to fool ourselves and get away with it for a month or two, but it's not very long until we're actually in worse condition than we were in the first. And it happens usually very rapidly. I've been fortunate only have to watch it, but I've heard the testimony thousands of times in these years, and it always comes back. It's just another example of how God understands us, because this doesn't have to be about an addiction issue. This can be a sin issue. Maybe we've been able to walk away from a sinful behavior, and something happens, something goes wrong, we get stressed, we find ourselves slipping back into it, and before we know it, it's worse than it ever was, and it's back, and it's like you can't shake it. And it's really important to stay spiritually fit. Well, how do we stay spiritually fit? I like to stay spiritually fit by spending time in my Bible each day. I like to spend time with other Christians who I can mentor me, and younger Christians that I can share what I've been taught. And as I do those things, as I give it away, I can keep it. As I absorb and learn more from older, mature Christians that can teach me more things, everything about my walk gets easier. And the struggles that I found to be struggles once slip away, and I really am recovered today. I don't have to fall back into old behaviors like I used to. Can I slip up and let something come out of my mouth I wish I hadn't? Of course. Can I slip up and have a thought I wish I didn't have? But today I don't have to walk in that. I don't have to go with it. I can live and let live. I can just sit back and let life happen and accept it on life's terms, life on life's terms. And I was never able to do that before. And as I move forward and I get closer to God, I find myself becoming more and more safe from a relapse. And it can be a relapse of any kind, not just for addicts or alcoholics. Any Christian can have a relapse in old behavior. And what happens when we do is we quickly find ourselves worse off than we were when we first stepped away from that demon. I hope you have a blessed weekend and blessed through the rest of the week. And I will see you in church Sunday. God bless.